Yo, what's up, Tokyo Stash Spade? DJ L-Spade with my Uncle Stash doing Tokyo stuff. How you doing, Uncle Stash? You good, man?
I'm so good it hurts. I'm stuffed with lamb.
Really? All right, don't go into that right there. We'll talk about that later. But I want to just like do this podcast because we're Tokyo Stash and Spade, and
Right.
we're in Tokyo. And
We are.
one thing,
Hold on. I'm in Tokyo. You're in Chiba.
I'm Tokyo adjacent, right? It's Tokyo Stash Spade and adjacent. Tokyo Stash and adjacent Spade.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. You're in the burbs, buddy. I'm downtown.
I wouldn't call it the burbs. I would call it the outskirts. Maybe like Skid Row.
I could live with that.
So I just want to touch on a couple of cultural things in Tokyo because me and you actually hang out. People really don't think we're friends, but we're friends. We hang out. And today we went to this department store called Big Camera. For those of y'all who don't know what Big Camera is literally like a Walmart or not even. What's the comparable store in America for Big Camera?
We were on the fourth floor, and we're going through all the electronics.
Wait, before like, what is Big Camera like though? Like to get the.
Well, I'm trying to tell you because we went through the dildo section. So what store sells, Mac accessories next to dildos? I don't know, but Big Camera does.
Yeah, it had vibrators. It has everything in their store. I don't know a comparable store in America, but I guess the closest thing I can say is like Walmart, maybe Big Camera's like Walmart, maybe.
Yeah.
But we went to Big Camera, and we were looking for a mic cord actually, and we ran across backpacks. And let me tell you, for cultural relevance, every preschool / kindergartner in Japan, they call them yochien, they have to buy a specific backpack. Like everybody has to have this backpack. You can't go buy a JanSport. You can't go buy a satchel. You have to buy this one particular backpack. So we're looking for a mic cord. This is on the fourth floor, and we walk past these backpacks. Now, Uncle Stash, would you please inform the people about these backpacks?
All right. So every kid in the world in Japanese elementary schools have to have one of these old-fashioned style backpacks. Okay, that's fine. But they range from, say, 20,000 yen, say $200 to about $600. And they're really a fundraising device for the school. Now, here's the kicker. And I found this out years ago. I was size 13 wide. That's my shoe size. In Japanese sizes, that's 31.5. Now, you can't buy those shoes here. So when you import shoes from, say, shoes.com or something like that, you figure, okay, no problem, a couple of bucks shipping. There's a tax and excise duty on imported leather because Japan has an extremely inefficient leather industry that's not worth a goddamn. So there's 5,000 yen, about $50 on each shoe that you import, any leather product that you import into Japan. And the reason for that is the backpacks. The backpacks must be made of Japanese leather because Chinese leather, American, Brazilian, Canadian, whatever, So it's a real nonsense. And kids, we shot some video at Big Camera, and Lord Spade was carrying one of these backpacks. A really nice backpack, don't get me wrong, but it was $200, and it was nothing. And I know for a fact, right next to it was one that I guess was slightly nicer. It was $600.
Okay, that's my fault for not opening up the slightly nicer backpack because the $200 backpack, we opened it up. This one backpack now, and the backpack is like yay size. It's not that big because once again, it's going on a kindergartner.
8-year-old.
Yeah, so it can't be that big, but it's literally just a basic backpack with partition inside. Like we'll post a video later, but every kid in Japan is expected to buy it. And we have a friend who has 2 kids, and he's gonna have to spend $400 for backpacks. Probably $500 because it was like $230. So you're gonna spend $500 for 2 backpacks, dude. And that's the cheapest one. The most expensive one was like $650 for a backpack.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Well, the other thing is kids get bullied. So if your parents can only afford the $200 backpack and buddy next such a status thing here. It's all bullshit.
Well, that's anywhere, but I would say in Japan, teaching in the public schools, right?
Yeah.
The bullying is somewhat timid while simultaneously being torture. Because it's something about they don't generally, especially that age, they don't do the nanny and the boo boo type thing. It's more psychological. Like I'm not gonna talk to you because you don't have the upper backpack. We're all gonna shun you and pretend like you don't exist. I'm like, bro, that's kind of the next level of of bullying. Just not even pretending you exist as a person. Like you're a ghost. That I've seen that, and it's like, oh god, dude, come on, man. Like I'd rather you punch me than do that.
Yeah, no, seriously. A punch you get over. That kind of psychological damage, you end up, being some weird fucking perv stalking women at 4 o'clock in the morning and, kabuki show.
And that happens a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it happens a lot. Another thing that happens here in Japan a lot, and I'm not trying to just dog in Japan right now, but like pissing openly, like urinating openly by guys, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Like once you get past 9 o'clock, it's open season, dude. You can walk by anywhere, and somebody's probably like dropping the leg.
I'm not much of a drinker. I don't go on a whole lot, but those days when I have, if you're late at night at any of the major JR, the railway transit railway stations, they've got platform pizzas everywhere. What I mean by platform pizza is some cat has hurled all over the platform, and they're everywhere. Or you find when I was out years back with Jules, our buddy, and I posted a picture that actually went viral. It appeared in the media, and it was this cat at a Family Mart or a 7-Eleven, passed out on the floor, had wet himself, and had a can of beer he was trying to open up.
Now, some of y'all are probably saying to yourself, like, that's cruel of you to take a picture of a man passed out, pissing. But here's my philosophy on this. Anything you do publicly is just free game. Like, if I was sneaking in your house and snapping a picture or you was trying to hide that, cool. But if you're in a public space and you're publicly drunk, you can't be surprised somebody taking a picture and snapping it.
Yeah, I actually just posted, back in the day when I had Facebook, years ago I got rid of Facebook. So this is many years ago. And I posted it. I didn't think, the caption was, dignity. And someone commented the next day, yeah, dignity. And the next thing it's on the goddamn news. So this cat passed out at this convenience in Japan. It was near the Hooters in Ginza and covered in his own piss. Yeah, dignity.
And it happens almost every day in Japan. That's the thing that shocks me is the frequency in which this happens. For some people, this is a weekend plan. Like, what you doing this weekend? Well, I'm going to get off work and then I'm going to get pissed, sloppy drunk, and pee myself.
Yeah. And women, not as bad, but God, you get all kinds of drunken fucking intoxicated females. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was on the, just to give you an example, it's the whole paradigm has changed with this COVID nonsense. But let's go pre-COVID. I'm on the Ginza line, which is the oldest subway line in Asia, and I was living in Nihonbashi at the time, going down towards Shibuya, and it's 7:30 in the morning. Their train is packed, sweaty. Now Japanese trains are quiet. You get a guy my size. I'm just over 6'4", going on 300 pounds. I got a beard, so I stand down. I look over everybody's head, and there's these two construction workers. You know that because they all wear these Japanese-style construction pants, and it's 7:30 in the morning. And what do you think these guys are doing? They're drinking Chuhai. Chuhai is like vodka with grapefruit juice. 2 cans of Chuhai, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're fucking drunk. And of course, let's talk to the foreigner in our 5 words of English. It's like, okay, guys, it wasn't so bad that you were drinking at 7:30 in the morning if you're coming home from work. These guys are going to work.
Yeah, I think being a foreign guy in Japan, I push back against the notion that I'm obligated to speak to you in English. I hate that. Or obligated to speak to you at all. It's that's one thing I don't like. But there's ups and downs about everything. Real quick, while we're talking about Japan, man, name something you love about Japan. Because I don't want to do this thing where we just dog about Japan on the bad stuff. Like, what do you like about Japan? Like, what should everybody take in about Japan?
By the way, we got a comment. Zico FN has said said, how do you make the countdown? So we'll get to that in a second.
Hmm.
What do I like? I like everything about China. Not everything, but it's kind of like Stranger in a Strange Land. It's human society, but it's different from the West. The people are people, man. People love, people cry, people laugh, people sigh, all that nonsense. But there's a unique kind of Japanese twist on it. So individually, people are the same, but collectively, the society's a little bit different. In Japanese, as an example, I think it's called what's it called, the Warfare hypothesis. Yeah, Warfare hypothesis. It doesn't matter. What it says is that your language dictates your perception of the world. So in Japanese, as an example, there's no word for brother or sister. You have to say younger or older brother or sister. Or you'll often hear people say something like "Yoroshiku onegaishimasu." You can't translate that. It means be nice to me, sorry for your trouble, hope you have a good day. So these whole concepts are kind of alien if you're not in Japan. So the way they perceive things is slightly different. And it's a very unique place. And I find that fascinating even after 15 years.
So is that like I asked like for something great about Japan? Everybody needs to check out.
Oh, okay.
Is that it?
Well, but my favorite place in the world, well, not the world, but in Japan is Shibuya Crossing.
So generic, dude.
So, okay, I'm gonna lie. I love the trees, the mountains, and Mount Fuji.
There's no trees around Japan. Maybe around Mount Fuji, yeah. Shibuya Crossing is just one of those. The scramble is just, yeah. It's a street. I don't know why people are so intrigued by that street. I don't.
It exemplifies the dichotomy that is modern versus ancient Japan. All right, no. I just like the energy.
Legit, the most beautiful place in Tokyo is Yoyogi Park. It's like Central Park, but better. It has a nice laid-back, chill vibe. I find myself going to Yoyogi Park all the time just to like get outside myself. And it's so big, so vast that you can actually find a space to yourself in Yoyogi Park. It's beautiful.
Well, it's funny. I guess it would be 2005-ish when I was first in Japan. I wanted to see the rockabilly dudes in Harajuku, and where they dance is right adjacent to the opening of Yoyogi Park. So you see all these cats dressed in this exaggerated Japanese perception of a Western 50s stereotype. So dudes in black leather jackets with these duck-ass hairstyles.
They do that every week too.
Yeah, they've been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
But these DA hairstyles are like combed back the sides of mountains, and the girls in their poodle skirts dancing to rockabilly. And then right next to that, you walk into the park, and you're in the middle of this oasis. There's a beautiful temple right in the center of the park. So there's that, and also there's a place called just down the street from Harajuku Station in Yoyogi Park. It's called Takeshita Street. And never in my entire life have I ever seen any street. It's a small street, goes not that far. To go 30 feet on Takeshita on a Saturday or Sunday could take you an hour and a half.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah.
We got two people watching right now, man. Like, does anybody got any questions about Japan you want to ask? Because that's one thing that I really don't know people want to hear about Japan. So if anybody's watching this got any questions about Japan, please like chime in. We're more than willing to answer your questions. If you're thinking about coming here and living in Japan, like hit us up like right now. We will answer any question that you may have. Like for real, for real.
Yeah.
We don't
How
mind.
do you make the countdown is the only comment we got so far. I don't know. How do you make the countdown? You decided last night.
Which countdown? Oh, how did I make?
Yeah,
You talking about the Rolling Stones countdown?
I'm assuming, yeah.
Or I thought maybe he's talking about the roulette countdown. I gotta know what countdown he's talking about.
I have no idea.
Zinco.
The entire line. How do you make the countdown?
Let me know what countdown you're talking about. Seriously. And I will definitely answer that for you. Because a lot of people got a lot of misconceptions about living in Japan. They have struggles with the language, how hard it is to learn the language. Can you get around without knowing Japanese? How hard is it to date Japanese women or men? Because there's a different dichotomy for men and women here. I will say, if you are trying to date here, know your lane. I'll put it like that. Know your lane. It's a certain way to do. Don't go by the Western paradigm of dating when you come here. Don't do that. You get messed up.
I'll tell you two stories.
They're
said,
women.
with the Japanese women. Yeah, and that's what I said to him. I said, Danelle, white women, black women, Asian women, women.
The women did.
Same shit, different fucking horse.
Don't fall for that, guys. Don't fall for that. I don't know who started that rumor. That rumor is patently false. I can tell you that right now, guys. Don't come over here thinking you're gonna have a plethora of submissive women to come at your beck. That's not gonna happen. It's not.
The second story, I'd been out here for like a month, and this is out by where you are actually. This is a Higashi Fudabashi station. A woman wanted me to go for a drink and a bite to eat, so I don't remember her name. So we had, there was no magic, but that's okay. She was very nice. So she was at Higashi Fudabashi. She was going one direction. I was going in the other direction towards Tokyo. So what do you think I did? I gave her a kiss on the cheek, Okay? Par for the course. You'd think I grabbed her tits and slapped her across the face. Like, okay, good night. You go. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What'd I do? Well, you don't kiss on the cheek.
You don't do that.
Kiss verboten. So what is an innocent gesture in the West? What is expected as a polite gesture? You don't do it in Japan.
Yeah, I had that happen to me one time too, and I learned the hard way. Oh my god.
Yeah.
yeah. You learn the culture, guys. Like before you start thinking that, there's a lot of things that you just don't do, and that's to be expected, though. It is, but don't get messed up on these streets because you don't know the culture.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's super funny.
All these years I've been here, we were talking. We were up earlier on. We went to Big Camera. We went to the Brooklyn Beanery in your racket show, and I ended up at the stage where she buying some bread because my man here needed some lamb, which is very kind and she very good, delicious. And we were talking, about at what point, and we talked about our friend Jules too. At what point do you realize you could never go home again? The old saying. And for me, it was right away because I was in my 40s when I came here. I was working at IBM, making a lot of money, and I just said, "To hell with it, I'm going to leave." But Lord Spade, our friend Jules, came here for various reasons. But at some point, most people go, "Yeah, I'm a lifer." And there's that 4, 5, 6 year point somewhere where you realize, "Am I ever going home?" Because if you're going to go home, you better do it before 4 or 5 years. Because after that point, your career, whether it's the States, Australia, Canada, what have you, you're too far gone. Your degrees are your relevant work experience is no longer as relevant unless you're international finance a high flyer. But if you're just a regular working schlep, then you got to come to the grips with the fact that this is your new home. And the older you get, the longer you've been here, dude.
It's hard to move the older you get.
Yeah.
It's legitimately harder.
Look, how long have you been here? I've been here 15 years.
I've been here 8 years now.
Okay.
Almost 8.
So, yeah, we were talking, we were walking through your racket show, getting under the Brooklyn Beanery, and talking about you and Jules. At what point did you say to yourself, well, dude, looks like I'm here for life?
You know what? I haven't accepted that I'm here for life, but I am open to the possibility I'm here for life. Now, I am open to actually going anywhere around the world right now. I'm not wedded to staying in Japan, but however, it may be Japan. It may be. Seriously, I still have maybe I might dip. Right now it's home though. Definitely, it's home right now. So
and the longer it goes, the longer our channel goes, relationships go, your job goes.
It's harder.
Then it gets harder and harder and harder.
And so there's a lot of people probably thinking about moving to Japan right now. And what advice would you give them?
Don't.
Hey, me too. Don't do it. Don't do it, dog.
So unless you're a highly skilled professional, then you're going to train to the fact that you can speak English assuming at a native level. So that's your shtick. That's your hustle. That hustle is gone, baby.
It's over.
The Ikaiwa, which is the English language industry in this country.
No, you gotta stop that. It's not the language standard. It's not the language. It's one part of the language learning industry.
But that's the one people come here on.
No, it's not. I gotta stop right there too. It's not. A lot of people generally come on for public schools and stuff like that. But go ahead.
Okay, no, fair enough. But here, let's say you're planning on working at one of the language schools here. They're closing like dead men, man. They are falling like flies. The whole Zoom thing, which is the software we're using right now to do this live chat, is taking over. The Philippines and their 100 yen, $2, $3 lessons are taking over. The COVID thing, the industry is
I'm gonna double back on what you said and kind of fill in some blanks right there and some parts I disagree.
Please.
Overall, the industry is done for. The English teaching industry, and it's a lot of reasons. I think one of the main reasons the industry is done for is we're not new anymore. English is not this magical language that, only the Americans and whatnot know. And it's common, and wages have been going down and down, 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 down. Couple that what Uncle Stash said about having technology now. You can go on Zoom or any other platform and do a virtual lesson for cheaper. The industry is dead, dude. And not to mention you have, like you said, Filipinos and people from other countries who can speak English also. So it's an influx of people doing it, and it's becoming a bidding war. And like any business, man, they're gonna find the cheap prices. And another thing about the industry, if you come here to teach English, know that the whole racket is illegal. It's all done by third parties. There's really no direct hires. If you're coming in to do public schools, there's not. You're gonna go through a dispatch company, which is bogus. So basically, what's gonna happen is you're gonna go here, you're gonna legally sign this contract. They're gonna cut your hours just enough to make you under full time, so they don't have to pay you all the benefits, and you're on your own. You're gonna pay your own health care and stuff like that, your own Social Security and whatnot, and yeah, and you're gonna get stuck where you can't make a lot of money because you're not full time, but you're not so less. And plus, if you go under a certain amount of income, Japan's gonna ask you why you're doing here. Like, you don't make any money. What are you doing? Like, you need to leave. So I would tell anybody, like Uncle Stas said, if you're not a skilled professional or you're not coming over here for just a year to leave, don't come. Like, maybe come over for a year, you try to take a break or something like that, that's cool. But if you're trying to make a long-term stint of it, I wouldn't recommend it. Honestly, I wouldn't.
When I got here, I worked for, you have to get a work visa. So I was at IBM and management, and then I just said to heck with it. So I worked for 3-4 months at the old language school, NOAA, because I needed a work visa. But once I did that, I realized, man, this is nowhere. Mm-hmm. But I was fortunate in that I could monetize my resume and self-employ myself and do corporate training, which pays 3-4 times as much. And then I got into management consulting, talking about presentation training and such seminars. So good money in that. But that's gone to hell, guys. So I'm 59 years old. My plan was I was going to retire next year, age 60, and spend 6 months of the year in the Philippines. And we would be, Tokyo Sabu stashed in Spain. But that's gone to hell. The business has just disappeared. I could make money if I was willing to do virtual lessons, but I'm not. I can't be bothered. So this is the first time I've used the Zoom software basically forever. And I'm okay. I'm de facto retired now a year early. And I'm okay with the money so I can do this. But if you're struggling paycheck to paycheck, the paychecks are getting slimmer and slimmer.
And there will be a slight bounce back after the world comes back from crumbling, I believe. But honestly, a lot of these jobs ain't coming back, guys. They're not. They're done. They're done. So really evaluate why you're coming to Japan and what you're going to do while you're here. I would recommend, honestly, if you're trying to make a long-term stint of it, learn the language, get it down, get your language certification, get a JPL1, and try to get a job outside teaching English. I would.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. If you have a skill set, an engineer, or whether it's a software engineer or an actual engineer.
Oh, IT is great. Yeah.
IT is good.
Yeah, IT is great.
You don't need. It's always good if you get Japanese. It's always good if you learn the language. Don't get me wrong. But if you're a software engineer, then you don't necessarily need it. It helps. Same thing if you're in finance. If you're working in banking, consultancy, always a good idea. Very good idea to speak Japanese, but it's not necessary. But for any other job, you can't speak Japanese.
And just know any English teaching job, you're basically minimum wage, guys. Seriously, you're on the bottom of the totem pole. Yeah, you're on the bottom, guys. Just gonna be honest with you. It's not as prestigious as people make it out to be. Besides that, man, talking about Japan life, I still feel like we're hitting the bad things, man. Let's talk about some positive things about Japan.
I like the Japanese people. They've been very kind to me. I like the atmosphere, the milieu. I enjoy hanging out with you and your racket show. I like where I'm okay with where I live. Lord Spade was at my apartment today. is my cool place in Nihonbashi, man. It's been 2.5 years.
Now, where's
All
Nihonbashi?
that depth. Well, you were there. It's right.
No, I'm talking about for the people. I know, but for the people, man. So Tokyo has a bunch. Like Tokyo is a metropolis, right? It's a lot of sections of it. So when you guys typically see the pictures of Tokyo, you're usually seeing Shibuya, Shinjuku, Harajuku, Omotesando, like the very, very popping parts. But a lot of people don't live there. They don't. They live in the outskirts of Tokyo, like Nihon. Actually, nobody really lives in Nihonbashi too. That's kind of like.
Yeah, that's true because Nihonbashi means Japan Bridge. That's what it translates to. And about 4 or 5 minutes from my apartment in Nihonbashi is Nihonbashi, Japan Bridge. And in the center of the bridge is a disc. And that disc is the center point for all Japan. All distances in Japan are measured from that disc in the center of Nihonbashi. So I was maybe 4 minutes from that by foot, which means my apartment would be considered the apex center of Japan. And I was a 1 minute walk to Nihonbashi Station, which is 3 subway lines, and maybe a 4 or 5 minute walk to Tokyo Station, which is every line in the world. Now I'm in Kanda, which is 1 stop from Tokyo Station, still the center of the city, but I miss Nihonbashi, man.
I put like this, man. One thing I like about Japan is you can get around anywhere by train.
Yeah.
It's very accessible. Taxis are expensive, but you can do that. Uber is here now, so it's easy to get around, and you can tend to walk anywhere. Especially if you're in Tokyo, you're hop, skip, and a jump away from something that's popping, and you always can find something new in Tokyo too.
Yeah, true.
No matter how long I'll be here, I always find something new. So.
Well, I've had a driver's license a Japanese driver's license for 12, 13 years. Mm-hmm. You can count on the fingers of one hand how many times I've actually driven a car. And it's not because it's right-hand drive. There's just no necessity. My old place was a minute from the station. My new place is 2-3 minutes from the station. Yeah. And it just doesn't make any sense.
It does, especially even to park a car at your apartment. You have to pay for that. You got to pay for parking everywhere. You got to pay a tax. Insurance is an arm and a leg. I feel like we're getting back to the dogging on Japan again. But I'm just saying, it's very, well, it's more convenient to take the train than it is to actually have a car, in my opinion. Yeah.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
Cars are ridiculously expensive. The traffic's horrible. And the public transportation is better in Japan than anywhere else in the world. It's more expensive. It's safe. It runs great. It's convenient. Mm-hmm. And say, if you've ever been to Hong Kong or even China, and you've been on the metros there, they're packed, and it's complete fucking pandemonium. People screaming on their cell phones. And in Japan, they're packed, or at least they were pre-COVID, but quiet. You do not talk on a cell phone in a Japanese train. Now, you can drink beer, you can drink whiskey. That's actually legal. And the JR trains sell beer on the platform. So it's frowned upon. It's considered Class A, but it's perfectly legal. And so you'll see people drinking sometimes on the train. And it's perfectly legal.
Shout out to the transportation though, because the green car in the Tokyo's JR, the green cars are awesome. I love the green car.
I've taken them many times. Remember, not when I take the Narita Express to Narita, but if I'm taking any sort of local train, a lengthy time, the green car means
it's the VIP. It's the VIP car. It's the first class of the train. It's the green car. And let me tell you, if you have the money to spend on the green car, it is worth it. Spend the money on the green car. It makes a whole difference. It's one of those, you know how before you fly first class, you don't know like the big deal about flying first class. But then after you fly first class a couple times, you're like, man, I can't go back to coach.
That's your mind size, man. I'll tell you.
That's how the green car is. Like, man, I'm not living right. So.
No, I agree. People say, oh, Stash, you're rich. No, I'm not rich. I'm just fat and tall. I like having in a better class of people. It's quieter. The seats are bigger, so my ass doesn't get squeezed. And, it's better in every way. So whenever I can on the Shinkansen,
better class people. I'm not gonna vouch for that.
Sorry, how condescending,
yeah.
But I was thinking about taking the Shinkansen down to Kagoshima, which people, Kagoshima, how long is that? About 8 hours of the Shinkansen, the bullet train. And the return green car is 80,000 yen, so about $800-900. But I just feel like getting out of Dodge. I had that live stream earlier on. Dude, I
you know, that's the thing. Everybody is going through that, and one thing I can say about Japan versus my perception of America, because I'm not there, they're actually taking this COVID thing seriously, very, very seriously. So,
Yeah.
you know, for better or worse, but I am going stir crazy too. Like the whole industry has taken a hit. So,
By the way, how was that maple shay that you had? It looked good.
oh, okay. So we went to our favorite cafe today, Brooklyn Bean Roastery. If y'all don't know, I work in Japan. I don't live in. I work in Japan. I don't live in Tokyo, but I work in Tokyo, so I'm in Tokyo damn near every day. And a good meeting point for me and Uncle Stash is right at Tokyo Station, Yurakacho. And there's this one cafe we go to all the time, Brooklyn Roaster, and they have this drink called a maple shay, and I always see it, right? I'm like, maple shay, because if you don't know, I'm a coffee addict. I can't go a day without drinking coffee. Like, coffee is magical. That special magical black bean juice keeps me going. So I always see this drink, maple shay, and I never get it. But today I got it, and honestly, pretty good. Pretty good.
You know, the name, it reminds me of something you'd say to a waitress at a Manila Boom Boom bar. Hey, baby, I'll take the maple shay. How's that? 4,000 pesos? You got it.
Yeah, that sounds kind of nasty. Like, how much for the maple shay? I don't want no judgment.
With or without a glove.
Exactly. No judgment. You know, but how much for maple shay? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna need that shay. But it was actually good. Now, will I get it again? Maybe in the wintertime after I work out and I lose a little bit more weight. So if you guys don't know what I do here,
Sudiba-san, weight? You lose weight? I gotta lose weight, buddy, not you.
so people don't know what I do here, and people always ask me, what do I do? So for you guys asking what I do, I am an actor, music producer, and because I want to, I also teach part-time because I do believe the children are the future. Trust me, I know it sounds cheesy, but that's why I do it. I literally only teach maybe 6 days a month, but I like doing it because I like seeing kids' face. And I also have another reason, but I'm not trying to get too political, but I do want to change the default definition of Americans here. So I feel like the best way to change the perception is to talk to kids, because adults, you're not changing their minds. But kids, it's hope for kids. Kids, you can change them, you get to them early. So, but I do a lot of acting, editing, and music producing here. So for acting, I have to keep my weight in a certain range. I fall into the category of sports guy, buff black guy, or violent black guy. So that being the case, I gotta keep my body up. My body is literally how I make half of my money. So if I lose weight, I lose money. So that's why I'm so strict.
Just before we went live, I told you I got an email. I got a voice skate I got to do. And voice skates don't matter, but if I was saying to be an actor, which I'm not, I would fall in the category of old fat fuck.
Actually, you will fall into, I mean, I'm not saying that category is not true, but you will also fall into father, mentor, doctor. And this is one thing I hate about acting here. There are very few like doctor roles, and I guess it's America too for that matter. But doctor roles and lawyer roles for black guys. You get a couple police roles. It's always like SP, which is special police. Always sports roles. Always criminal roles. And I know some of y'all looking at me like, oh my God. But one thing, if you're going to join the circus, don't be surprised to actually be a clown, guys.
Hey man, sure it worked.
You know, don't be surprised. So I turned down some roles. Some roles I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I have a price, but once again, guys, I'm not brave. I like to point that out. I'm not brave. I have a price point, but I ain't gonna do anything for $150. But yeah, that's what I do here, and yeah, he does consulting. I do that, and yeah.
Everyone's gonna make a buck, buddy. Everybody.
Yeah. Everybody.
I'm a retired, whatever the hell I am. I'm a year early retired. I'm not going back to work. I'm as soon as the borders clear up, I'm gonna be Tokyo part-time stash and part-time Philippines, maybe Patia or Phuket or wherever.
You know what? You say that, but I think that you will be back in Japan more than you think you will be.
Yeah, the Philippines make me crazy.
Yeah, Japan's dope.
Philippines is, Japan's great. You know, I have a cleaning lady. Her name's Lynn, and she's Filipino. She's from Manila.
Oh, cleaning lady.
Yeah, hey, Lynn, if you're watching, I'll see you Sunday, or I won't see you. 11 o'clock, she's coming over. So I remember once talking to Lynn, and she was saying this a couple years back. So where are you off to for Christmas? Oh, Lynn, I'm going down to St. Louis. She goes, oh, okay. I said, what about you? She goes, yeah, I'm going back to see my family in Manila. She goes, you like St. Louis? I said, yeah, St. Louis is great. It's cheap, it's kind of sexy. I like the mango juice. I like hanging out, reading books on the beach. She goes, what about you? And she says, the Philippines is terrible. What? I'm proud of being Filipino, but it's terrible. What's wrong, Lynn? Everyone's got their hand out. There's corruption. Nothing works. Everything's broken. I said, yeah, that's the Philippines. I'm used to Japan. Hey, Japan's like the West, guys. Everything works. There's a standard.
Yeah, I don't say everything works, but yeah. I mean, once again, every place has its ups and downs. For the most part, man, Japan is cool. It's great. Oh, did you see about the Tokyo Olympics? Probably somebody bribed to get the Olympics here. I'm like, of course they did.
Gee.
No, you don't think so?
Those guys are so fucking corrupt. It's unbelievable.
Like,
I mean, it's amazing those Olympic dudes can show their face.
Right. I'm like, the water is wet. Okay. Are we shocked?
Yeah. But the whole issue now is that the Olympics have gotten so expensive. You got to kiss so much ass that cities aren't bidding for it anymore. It's all China wants. China. I don't think you're going to see a whole lot more cities bidding, or major world cities that aren't, fascist dictatorships bidding for the Olympics. They're just too goddamn expensive.
Yeah, you're actually losing money at this point to get the Olympics. You're literally losing money. It's not really worth it. So, and not a lot of countries don't even have the infrastructure to support the Olympics.
No.
Yeah, takes a lot.
Where was it in Brazil? Was it Sao Paulo or Rio? Rio.
Rio.
That's only a couple of years ago. Have you seen pictures of
It's terrible.
their facilities?
It's
Oh
terrible.
my God.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Stadiums falling down. It's a multi-billion-dollar cesspool. And Brazil's got a large economy, but it's also massively poor. It's this horrible, inequity when it comes to their wealth distribution. And yeah, like you should see some of the pictures of the Rio Olympic venues. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's terrible. And you know what? They say 2021 the Olympics are gonna happen, but I don't think they're gonna happen, dude. I think it's over for it. I think you should kill it, man. Like, sorry, man. Just how the cookie crumbles. I don't think it's gonna be a 2020 Olympics. However, I will say this: I did go buy some Tokyo 2020 Olympic gear because that's gonna be a collector's item, baby.
Yeah, true.
I bought some of that. I got mine up in the closet. 2020, baby. Never happened.
Interesting. In '64, they had the Olympics to say, "Hey, we're back." But the two times it was canceled.
You guys' voices sound weird. Oh, really? Like how weird?
Yeah, Ken, baby, how weird do we sound?
Yeah.
The 1940 and it looks like the 2020 Tokyo Olympics are going to get canceled. 40 got canceled because of the war, and who knows what's happening next year in Tokyo.
Yeah, man, just cancel it, dude.
I think it's Marcus' voice and Stash's mic, and vice versa, so there's reverb. Shit.
That makes sense.
We gotta work this out, man.
Yeah, guys, we're in the process of figuring everything out. Some people don't want to change platforms, so we're working on it. But we'll get it together.
His exact quote is, "Marcus, your voice is shit." Okay, he just says no. He says Marcus is more. Basically, your voice.
You know what? All right, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Can I figure this out? No, I can't because if I do that, they're not gonna be able to hear you. Somebody wants to change platforms. Yeah.
And Stash, this time your voice is low. Yeah, well, hey,
we're working it out, baby.
Yeah, my voice is low.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the guy with the woman with his mouth. Lower. How's this?
No, I think it's back, bro. Ah, man.
All right.
We gotta figure it out, man. We gotta literally figure this thing out. Maybe it's a streaming issue too for the intranets and whatnot. It could be a lot of things, dude.
Yeah, one day when we have 100,000 viewers, God
Ken,
only knows it.
Ken, you got any questions?
With the 5 people, it's not so big.
Yeah, Ken, you got any questions, man? Did you want to hear us talk about real quick since you're up here?
I'll take that for a no.
Well, you give him a second, man. That's a delay.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's like a 30-second delay to see if he says anything.
Yeah, fair enough. What are you doing tomorrow, by the way?
I had. Oh, go ahead, sir. What?
My day is planned. I got up at 7:30 this morning, and other than meet you, get my lamb stew, and head to your racket show, that was my entire day. So I saw the season finale of Raised by Wolves, which was bizarre. No, okay. I'm absolutely loving that TV show, the HBO show, We Are Who We Are, set in that American military base in northern Italy. That's fabulous. And the one thing that Lord Spade and I have in common, because he is just a fanatic about Lovecraft Country, he joneses whenever the episodes aren't there. So if you really want the expert on Lovecraft Country, his name is DJ L-Spade.
He said he wanted to hear a crazy stash story, and I kind of want to hear one too. So I'll give you the floor, and then we'll probably round up after that.
But I should save it for the misadventures. I mean, what crazy stash story?
Do it both. You can do it here and the misadventures.
Well, I mean, I can remember, when I used to work at Larry's Hideaway, and this might put me in a bad light because of all the hookers and drugs that I knew it took. So, I give you an example. So, Larry's Hideaway was a nightclub, bordello, hotel, long gone in Toronto downtown. And I was muscled downstairs, worked the bar, worked upstairs at the front desk. And one of the reasons, it was all a welfare hotel. We used to pay off the local welfare guy, Dennis, who was drunk as shit all the time. He struck a match next to Dennis, he would have exploded into flames. And his job, Dennis was a local City Toronto welfare guy, and his job was to make sure that all the people at the hotel, which was everybody at the hotel, that was on welfare, was legitimate. So Joey, the owner, used to, and Dennis was, you want to talk about a stereotype. He was an Irishman, Irish Canadian, big old beard, and his namesake, Dennis liked the whiskey, my lad. Oh, Dennis liked the drink. So Joey was into that. So Dennis had a free tab at the bar as much as he wanted, day after day after day. And the deal was, the de facto tacit deal was, Dennis, you make sure everybody in the hotel is golden with their welfare checks, and I will make sure that you will die of cirrhosis with not a dime that we're going to charge you. So that was the deal with the devil. So the whole hotel was filled with drug addicts, hookers, ne'er-do-wells, perverts. Seriously. And we had this one guy named Gilbert. He's long dead, so I can use his name. Gilbert Saluy. Gilbert was one of the biggest alcoholics I've ever seen in my life, and he was a bootlegger. So what happens is, tiny rooms upstairs, and Gilbert would have cases. Brewers Retail was a local beer distributor, and 2-4s, a 24-pack of beer, as it's called in Ontario. He would have a little tiny bed in his room, and his room would be stacked like a homeless crazy person with cases of beer, 2-4s of beer. And he was a 24/7 bootlegger. So you'd have people pull up to the hotel all hours of the day and night, and they'd schlep up to Gilbert's room, and he would sell them booze. Now, he also did a little bit of work at the hotel, and they'd comp his rent because of that. And if they ever did, ironically, if the bar ever had a shortage of beer tonight, they get extra brew out of Gilbert's room. So he was golden. But one of the things that Gilbert did was he was a chronic alcoholic. And I'll go into the story why he was at Larry's later, but he was a fireman in Montreal until a bad thing happened. And I'm not going to use the word underage girl because I wouldn't do that to him. So Gilbert, would be like I told you. Remember I told you the story when I got fucked up on Secondol and booze and passed out behind the desk.
Yeah, he was like, because we talking about fentanyl, he was like, you gotta put something, yeah.
Yeah. I had the dry sock and I was all fucked up. Okay, so Gilbert, I didn't do that often, but Gilbert did it all the time. So he was scheduled to work the front desk, and Gilbert came downstairs, and he was in no shape to stand, let alone work a shift. And the manager. Oh, I'm going to tell the story later about Pierre and the dead Indian woman. But stash. What happened? Sorry, Joey, man. I was just so fucked up on pills and booze. Okay, then, as long as that's what it was. So Gilbert is in the lobby. Gilbert, why can't you work? I'm drunk today. Oh, okay. I remember once there was a cop in the lobby, and Gilbert was drunk, and the cop needed to talk to Gilbert, so he asks his name. He goes, "Dude, what's your name?" "Gilbert Saint-Louis." What? "Gilbert Saint-Louis." I don't get it. And I said, "Gilbert St. Louis." Oh, thanks, buddy.
All right, man. I guess we're going to end on that one. I don't see us getting no better than that.
I'll do a misadventure to Stash Cairo the night we got raided, and I managed to sneak through pretending to deliver a pizza.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah, I got busted. So that's to come in the misadventures. Tell me if you want to hear it. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you guys so very much for watching the live stream. We're sorry about the voice if some of it's not like coming through clear right now. We're working on that. We're getting better and better. Thank you guys for the support. And I'm finna go mix some songs. So you guys be safe.
We out.